Good morning and welcome to Trucking with Turtle on another adventure. Today brings us to Devil's Head Trailhead. There is an actual fire tower that we are going to go see up in the Pike National Forest. And according to the resources, it's about 2.8 miles round trip, which means 1.4 miles to the tower. With about an 800 feet of elevation gain. This area is about an hour and a half north of Colorado Springs. Once you get on the forest roads, it takes a little bit longer to get here just because of the dirt roads and the windy turns. But overall, it took me about an hour and a half to get here. There's a little bit of parking up here that I parked at. There's plenty of camping up here along the road as well, too. I'm off of South Rampart Range Road. Up that way a little bit, you see there is an actual bathroom here. That's nice to have when you're getting ready to go for a hike, no matter if it's a long one or a short one. But I would imagine if you don't get here early enough, it probably fills up pretty quick and, can be kind of hard to park up here, obviously. So I got up here roughly around 9:30 this morning. It is, let's see, what time is it right now? It's 9:50. Total trip time, according to All Trails, it can take about an hour and a half, hour to 43 minutes up and down. But I guess also it depends on how long you decide to stay up at the tower. So come along, let's go on this adventure and let's go find Devil's Head. So right away on this trail, it starts with a pretty good climb. Of course, we are climbing about 800 feet in about a mile and a half. So, but the trail starts off with a bang. And so far, seems pretty easy to follow. When I first got here, there were maybe 2 or 3 cars in the parking lot. And I am up here on a weekday. So after I went to the bathroom, people started to come in droves. So I can only imagine how busy this is on a weekend. The trail does start off at 8,900 feet. So we'll see what we get to. I'm guessing 97, if my calculations are correct. But should have some good views. And according to All Trails, there's an intersection you come to, which is the Zion Trail. And apparently, you're supposed to go down and to the left when you get to that trail to take you to the lookout. But so far, the steep incline from the beginning all of a sudden kind of leveled or became less steep. So be ready for a bang at the very beginning. There's no water source up here. You got to bring your own. Yes, it's only 3 miles, but in the Colorado heat, when you're closer to the sun, you can rest assured you're going to get hot and thirsty. especially in the summer months. You have to pardon my huffing and puffing, but yeah, a little bit of a workout this morning. I just read a sign that said Devil's Head is the largest or highest mountain in the Rampart range region at 97.48. So I'm assuming that Devil's Head might be slightly higher than the lookout, but the purpose of the fire tower is to see over the range and watch for fires. But so far I'm almost 3/4 of a mile in, so about half my distance to the lookout. Looks like it can become a little rocky as you get higher. Here's another sign. It talks about be like the bird. You can look out over the range, and there's a little bit of Castle Rock area to my northeast. So again, it's not that far from Colorado Springs. It's just the forest roads that take you a little longer because they wind around, and a lot of times you really don't know what's around the corner, so you have to approach it a little cautiously to make sure no one's coming down. And because it's pretty narrow, this is not the Indianapolis Speedway. So take your time and enjoy the drive up. According to one of the signs I was reading, it said the fire tower has been up here for over 100 years, and they say most of the fires are started by lightning strike. However, unfortunately, we recently had a few fires in and around Denver, a little bit north of Denver. Luckily, they're contained right now, but the quarry fire, which is in water, it's near Waterton Canyon, and the Anderson fire, which was up by Loveland, both were started by humans. So now they're under investigation. But one of them I know was, they said it was arson. The other one may have just been some mishandling of a campfire. But I certainly don't know. And I was just starstruck by this view. Unfreaking real. Take in that view. Quite impressive. Well, it sort of looks like we might be getting to the top of a ridge, which could be our turnoff on the, I think it's called the Zion Trail, where you're supposed to go down to the left. But it's opening up here, which means we're cresting, and currently we are at 1.2 miles in, which means we don't have much farther to go to get to the lookout. Now, I'm not sure if this is where we're supposed to go, but it appears, oh, wait a minute, here's the Zion overlook. The fire tower, what we want, is this way. So on the return trip, we'll stop at the Zion overlook. Right now, we want to head to the fire tower. And hopefully not have to jockey for position on getting a good view. Now we have reached a building that looks to be maybe, that's not really the fire tower, it's a cabin. Maybe that's where the people live that are taking care of the lookout. There's a tent up here. There are bathrooms up here, but right currently they are closed. I'll take you up here. And there are even picnic benches and things you can kind of do on the way up if you want to take a breather. But these restrooms, not sure why they're closed. Looks to be an old outhouse. I'm gonna guess that's what that is. It's an old outhouse. Or maybe it's a storage shed. Let's go take a closer look. Let's see. There's the front door. It's all pinned up. Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is an outhouse. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling until I get to the lookout. We may run across a couple people that have been up and on their way back. It looks like this particular area, which could be really beautiful and possibly a future camping site, it looks like they're trying to restore it. But for now, it looks like these are the stairs to get up to the lookout. And they look quite steep, so we're going to take our time. I'm going to try to take you along. You may climb if you wish, but the Forest Service cannot assume any liability for accidents for your own safety. No more than 4 persons on the tower at one time. So if I look up, there are no people. But this is the official Devil's Head lookout. There's no people behind me. There's no people coming down. So even though I might be afraid of heights, I'm going to tackle this and be careful of the sunshine in your eyes if you're a little sensitive. But there are a lot of stairs. Maybe on the way down I'll count them. That's the first flight. We have, looks like 3 or 4 maybe flights. It's pretty steep. So we'll just take our time. And this is quite the workout on the legs. So take a little breather. It's hard to fathom how steep that is. Maybe when I get back down, I'll try to get a side view. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 on that leg. And that's, whew, boy, that's steep. I probably won't film on the way down. I will have to hold on. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 20, 22, 20. Ooh, that one had 25. Whoa. What a view from up here. That's looking out east. So we're on. Here's our last 3 flights of stairs. Someone is coming down, so we're going to wait for them. But as you can see, there's the lookout up there. And then that's looking a little southeast that direction. That's pretty much due east. You can practically see Kansas. Maybe you can see Dorothy, I don't know. But it is some steep climb up here. No wonder they can see everything. All right, here we are on the last 2 flights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then, so let me see how many flights we got. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 total flights. Oh my goodness. Coming down might be a little scary. But this is our last stop and where the lookout tower is. And thankfully it's fenced off. Oh my goodness. Here is the view. And they can see pretty much everywhere. There's a cell tower down there. You can vaguely make out. Good morning. So I'm going to put this probably on mute when I post it. But I'm going to go up. Ouch. Watch your hands on the railing, it's a little sharp.
I think you're good. I think you're lower than that.
Just didn't want to ruin your shot.
Yeah, no, you're good. Thank you.
All right. Whew. All right. Sure, go right ahead, please. So I'm at officially 1.5 miles up to the top. I don't know if that includes the stairs, give or take a few, but here's the lookout tower. There are 143 steps above the cabin. Elevation is 97.48. The inside is not open to the public, but you can actually go up, but no more than, what does it say? No more than 5 people on the tower. The tower is maintained for the discovery of forest fires. Please limit visitors on the tower 5 at a time. Be considerate of others, limit your time on the tower. So, we have a small little carved out step in the rock. Oh, wow. It's got a whiteboard up here, talks about the recent fires. 30th of July is what I was talking about, the quarry fire that was human caused. The What's the other one? Most of it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them that are caused by humans. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them caused by lightning. So most of them have been caused by human, either human error or purposeful. I don't know. Why would anybody want to burn this beautiful place down? Oh my goodness, it's scary up here. It is quite the view. I'm gonna walk around once to look out over, and then on the way back or back around, I'll show you the inside from the outside view. But this is quite the view. I gotta really hang on. I gotta white knuckle my camera because that's a long drop, and that camera won't survive the drop. You got people standing up on the rock, getting pictures, doing selfies. Wow, what a view. All right, now I'm going to go around one more time. I'm going to go in reverse. And this is roughly the inside of the fire tower. Unfortunately, there's no public access to inside, but it's currently active. There's no one in there at the moment. But there's a toaster oven in there, a coffee pot. Looks like there's a lot of electrical equipment to try to determine all the logistics of where the fire is and where everything is. Sorry if I may have repeated that. I was reading a sign that says Jackson Creek Meadow, not a golf course. There's even a book or a catalog or a magazine about the lookout area. But as you can see, it is currently in use. Just no one is occupying it at the moment. It says, let's see here, lookouts Ashley and Trace in July. Oh, that basically talks about the people, I guess, that are here. And working cats, interesting. Commonly seen animals: deer, turkey, grouse, woodpecker, bear, moths, ladybugs, mice, shrews, squirrels, chipmunk, and hummingbirds. 22, the most visitors in one day had 617. The visitors for 23 was 40,000 people. They say prescribed burns help rid the forest of dead leaves, limbs, and debris, which can help slow down the spread of fire by creating a buffer leading to less destructive fires. Also good for animals and germination of plants. And it looks to be, I'm guessing that's possibly one of the caretakers. I don't know. Just a picture of someone. Doesn't have anything identifying that person. Right now, some people just got off the Devil's Tower. And there's a chipmunk right there. Came to visit me up here. I think he's looking for food, which I don't have. I don't have any food, buddy. I don't have any food, even though you may think I might. So, you gotta scurry off. I don't want you coming over here and biting me. But I know you're probably hungry and you want to be on camera, don't you? I don't have any food. Okay, go the other way. There you go. They'll probably follow me looking for food. But let's go back to the west side again. And let's take in this view one more time before we head down. We'll stop at another place on the way down that Zion overlook and kind of see what it has to offer. But as of right now, there's some clouds off in the distance up in the northwest. Looks like they could be rain a little bit later on as they kind of come in. I'm no weather forecaster, but when I see all these clouds coming in from the west, there's definitely going to be a thunderstorm at some point during the day. Don't know where. I just know it's going to come our direction towards Colorado Springs and the Front Range, and it will probably decide to rain. One other good view that I did not get is Pikes Peak. That's down in Colorado Springs. That mountain is 14,115 feet tall. It actually grew by 5 feet back in 2004. If you look it up on the U.S. Geological website, It is officially 14,115. Used to be 110. And I guess down below, you can barely see it, but that green patch down there, I'm going to assume that is probably the golf course that they were probably talking about, but I can't see any more of it. Oh, there's a little bit more of it. There's a little patchy here and there. Anyway, back to what we came for. Do a panoramic. You can see the people way down there at the bottom. And on my way down, I will hold on to both handrails. I will not be filming going downhill, or downstairs, but I will try to get a good angle as to how steep everything is to get up here. Anyway, if you ever find you want to come up here, it's worth the trip. It's not that far from Colorado Springs. It's not a very long trail to get to. It might take you a little bit of time, but it is certainly worth the visit. And you can't really see it because of the smog, but there's Denver. A lot of pollution in the air. So I'm going to take a couple snapshots and head back down. Well, we are safely down from our trek up to the fire tower. Again, it's hard to get a perspective on how steep that thing is, but it's super steep. There's 7 flights of stairs, and made it down safely just by death gripping the handrails. So we're going to head back over to the Zion lookout point and see what's over there. So here we are back at the turn for Zion, or not Zion. Why do I call it Zion? I saw the Z and the O and called it Zion. It's the Zen overlook. So we're going to take this trail and do the Zen overlook. I don't know how far it goes. Can't imagine it goes too far, but we're just going to follow the trail, see where it goes, see if there's any views that I might have missed. Sure, there's a lot of dense forest up here. Well, Dorothy, I don't think I'm in Kansas anymore. This is supposedly where the Zen Trail led. I went down a little ways because I couldn't find the other spot, but it looks like it's just a trail that just kind of travels through this particular area. I don't really come to a lookout point. Doesn't look like there's been many travelers down here recently. I don't see any footprints or shoe prints or anything of that sort. It might just be just another trail that I don't know what it is. So we'll head back up. All right, we're about ready to wrap this up. We only got a little bit to go, maybe like 1/10 of a mile, and we'll hit the parking lot. So, yeah, if you come up here, make sure you enjoy yourself, plan it out, plan the weather, plan your day, plan your time to get up here. But try to get up here earlier if you're going to come up here on a weekend, because I would imagine it's going to get busy. So, since I've been going down, I've passed a lot of people, so which means parking can be very limited at any given time. So as I was saying, you might want to try to get up here early. I had to turn the camera off because someone was coming up and I didn't want to include them in the video. But anywho, yeah, so thanks for joining me out here today on trekking with Turtle. Again, today's adventure was Devil's Head up near Sedalia, Colorado, Castle Rock, all those different areas. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next adventure.